Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is just a little something before I come up to go to work. Yeah, they called me in and wanted me to come in at 9, so I was like, yeah, why not? Need the extra money. So here I am, doing a little bit of crocheting before I go in. But good morning, my lovely people. What are y'all doing this lovely morning? I still got, I ain't really doing nothing much. Like I said, they asked me to come in today, so I am. And yeah, they asked me to come in at 9. So I was like, why not? It is too. It's supposed to be raining all day. Not all day, but they said by the time 10 o'clock it's supposed to be raining, so I was like, Lord. And I really don't want to. So I took my dog out this morning. It was like really chilly out there this morning. It was like I think the temperature this morning was like 48 this morning. I ain't gonna be up for long though, cause only I still have to finish getting ready. Cause as far as I got was my pants and socks. Still drinking my coffee. Still working on another square. I have so many. If I would take them out the bag, it would be like hard for me to get back in because there's a lot of them. Probably later on when I come back again, probably come back up again later to show y'all. But I'm debating if I want to come back up later or not. Depends on how I feel afterwards. I don't know. I was looking for that bottle of water last night. Apparently, it was in my bag. Oh, that's an empty bottle. That reminds me, I have to go get another case of water. And I'm like, oh. And then I'm thinking about for for Sunday dinner, I don't know if I want to make cabbage and cornbread, but for Sunday dinner. But I still gotta upload that video that I did yesterday, but I didn't do it. So I'll probably post that sometime today. Because originally I wasn't going to post it until around like 1, but I got called in, so I can't do it. But I'll probably do that after I get off today. Depending on how I feel. How many rounds I got left on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, what are y'all lovely people doing this lovely morning? I don't know if I want to get another cup or a cup of coffee because this is my second cup since I've been up. I've been up since like 6:30. But after I did, like, I don't know. I'm thinking about also too going to Hobby Lobby Taylor tomorrow, but I'm not too sure if I want to or not. Because I haven't been to Hobby Lobby in so long. It's been some years since I've been over there. Actually, no, it only been a couple. I think it's been like almost 6 months since the last time I've been. When I was over there with my aunt. That was the last time I've been over there. A few months. And the only reason why I haven't been going recently is because the days that my aunt do go, I be at work. So I'm like, I can't right now. Because me and my aunt used to both have the same days off, but since my work schedule changed, I don't get those same days off anymore. Because I'm probably going to be up here for about like a half an hour. That's about it. My yarn is splitting. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I don't like when my yarn splits because it makes me upset. Then I have to go back and fix it and everything. Oh, it is too early for a Saturday. Did I leave my scissors in here? I don't think I did. No, I left them in my room. Yeah, I'll probably get up and get them in a minute. Because I normally try to keep a pair of scissors at least in almost every room, including the bathroom. I don't know why. I don't even know why I keep scissors in the bathroom. I really don't. But I just do. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait until I go on vacation in like a month or so. I know I'm taking a vacation in July. But I don't know where I want to go, or I don't know. I do know I'm taking a vacation in July, but I don't know if I want to stay home or go somewhere. I don't know yet. So when that time comes, I'll probably decide then if I want to go out of town or do a staycation or stay home or what. I don't know yet. I'm not even sure. Hold on. Oh, did not mean for that to happen. Sorry. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, my mom trying, not my mom, but my cousin is trying to get me to do her hair. But I don't know if I want to or not. Probably I am. I'll probably do her hair. Because I still have to do mine, because you see the way mine is looking. I still have to do my hair. I'll probably do that today after work. I'm like, George. And I'm like, Oh Lord, what did I just do? Okay, never mind. I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm almost done with this ball of gray. I still got like, after I'm done with this square here, I think I still got like maybe one or two more squares out of this that's left. Maybe one or two. I'm pushing it with two because every time I say two was left, I wind up with this much left. It never fails. So I probably got at least maybe one. And after this ball of gray, I am down. I still have two more balls of yarn left to go through. And that's it. And after that, I do not know what I'm doing. Like I said before in previous other lives, I do know my husband wants a pillowcase, but with the remaining ones, I don't know if I want to make a sweater out of it or something else. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of them. This is just like, I'm just trying to use up majority of the yarn that I have. That's another reason why I'm doing these squares, trying to detox some of the yarn in my house. So I'm trying to find different things and different projects to work to do to use up some of my yarn before I go back out and start buying more. Got 8. I need to go get my scissors. Got my scissors. Oh, I'm probably up for another 10 minutes. Another score down. I want to start another one, and then I'll finish it when I come home. I got a taste for barbecue chicken for some reason. Barbecue chicken, cornbread, sweet cornbread at that, with some greens. And I don't know why I got a taste for that. I honestly don't know why. I got a taste for a lot of stuff. Like the other day, I had a taste for red velvet cake, and don't know why I had a taste for it. I really don't know why I got a taste for certain foods. Do I feel like making it? No. I prefer somebody else to make it for me. And I don't know why I got a taste for these foods. And it sounds so good right now. The main reason why I'm going to be up for a half an hour because I still have to finish getting ready and stuff like that. Even though I ain't supposed to be here until 9, but I'm slow getting dressed. And I don't like to be rushed. I don't like rushing all like that because I like to take my time, especially late with a lot of things. Because like the last time I rushed, I slept through all my alarm clocks. And I have 3 pairs of work shoes. And I didn't realize I put on 2 different pairs of work shoes and I didn't realize it until I got to work. And I was like, are you serious? I was mad. I'm trying to rush and get out the house. Because if I didn't, I was going to be late. Because I was wondering, like, what made me notice it about like 10 minutes into after I clocked in. I was wondering, like, why am I like walking so uneven? And I looked down. I had 2 different shoes on. Because the one pair that I have, that the sole of it is like this thick at the bottom, and the other one was like slightly smaller. And I'm like, why am I walking so uneven? And I was like so mad, and I was so uncomfortable too the entire time. Like I was like I wanted to go home. I really did. And then when I did come home, I felt so much relief from taking those shoes off. Like it wasn't even funny. And I was in so much pain too. It was just like mainly my feet hurting. And I was like, the next day I wound up calling off because my feet were so swollen from the day before. And I was like, oh. Mm-mm-mm. And I'm thinking about getting my nephew today too, later on. Because he called me yesterday talking about, Auntie, can I please come over? And I was like, I'll think about it. So I'll probably call my sister later and tell her to bring him over and just stay the night. Good morning, Kelly. I'm surprised you even up this early. Really surprised. Hey, good morning, Katrina. Oh Lord, yeah, I've been up since 6:30 because my boss decided to call me this morning to ask me if I can come in at 9 o'clock. That's the reason why I'm on here this early. Because normally on Saturdays my lives don't start until about like 10:30. And ever since then I've been up since. So I'm going into work today. Oh, oh, Jesus. I remember those days. Because when my son was that little, the earliest he'll wake me up was the earliest he ever woke me up at that age was like between 5 and 7, somewhere between there, like clockwork every morning. And I'm like, knowing dang on well, I did not go to sleep until like midnight. Oh Lord, Lord, if you don't go get you and the baby go get some rest. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Girl, I don't blame you. Sleep when she sleeps. I'm telling you. That's especially those afternoon naps be the best. I'm not lying. Those afternoon naps, oh, I be loving them. Sleep for a good 4 hours. Oh, and I do not blame you at all. Oh, I be loving it. Oh, and then my dog decided this morning My doctor said it's to be a pain in the butt. What was it? I think it was around like 2 o'clock this morning. He decided to start freaking barking for no reason. I like two, like it was like 2, 3 o'clock this morning. I was so mad, all because that he thought somebody outside heard somebody outside the door. And I'm happy y'all here this morning. I might come back on a little bit later, probably after Granny D goes off today. I'm still debating. I'm still not sure. What am I doing? I almost lost a stitch. I'm going to probably be up for another couple more minutes before I end because I still have to finish getting ready. And I still have to feed my animals. Because if I don't, they get cranky. Because I know my cats got food, but by the time I leave and come back, their bowls will be empty. So I just want to top them off before I leave. Because they're like the type of cats that if they don't have enough food, they will jump up on my counters. And I don't like it. And then they constantly may yell when their bowls are empty, like nonstop. I'd be mad. Ooh, I accidentally hit the wrong button. The only time they like jump up on my counters is when they don't have food in their bowls. That's the only time. Other than that, ever since they was kittens, I used vinegar water, and they don't like the smell of vinegar water. And I was spraying it on my yarn when I first got them as kittens. It took them about a couple months because when I got them, this is when I had all my yarn and stuff, and they would chew and play with my yarn. And I would start spraying vinegar water on my yarn, kitchen counters, and I was like, it started off with my yarn with the vinegar water for them to stop playing with it or trying to destroy it. And then that's what made me think to use it on my counters. And I do that like one, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. And when they're like hungry, they will sit there and suck it up and jump up on my counters. Even though they'll sit there and suffer through the smell of the vinegar water. And I'm like, ugh. That's like one of my pet peeves. Like wet animals. That if you do, with me having animals, I do not like any animal up on my counters, especially where I cook at. Because I feel like it's a health hazard because of the fur. So, and they haven't done it, they did it once. They did it once since then. And girl, I sat here and scrubbed the mess out of my counters. I was so mad. Oh, you're fine. I scrubbed my counter so bad with bleach. And come to find out, they don't like the smell of bleach either. And by this time, they was like, I think they're about to be 4 now. Coming up in July, they'll be 4. And at that time, when that happened, they had to be at least 2 going on 3 at the time. They do not like the smell of bleach either when I did that. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. And ever since then, like prior to the like that with the bleach and stuff, they did it like once before because of the vinegar water, and I forgot to feed them the night before. And they always like to mess with my loaf. They always like to mess with the loaf of bread. I don't know what it is with them with bread. They would destroy like the whole loaf. Like I can just open up the bag of bread and they will sit there and destroy it, like literally rip open the bag, and then when I wake up in the morning, there'll be like bread everywhere. And I had just bought the bread, I'd be pissed. Bread and toilet paper. They only destroyed my bread like those few times that they did jump up on those 2 times they did jump up on my counter. But they like with the toilet paper, they would literally go in the bathroom and literally think of the toilet paper, get all of it off the roll, and then sit there and tear it up. And I'll be like, ugh. And I can't wait until I'm done with all these squares. Don't feel bad, Sis Katrina. I'm about to have one myself because my hands are starting to sweat and cramp up. Yeah, because I started another one, and I'm probably going to finish this one later when I get home. Yes, I do smoke up on my lives too, Katrina. Oh, my back. No, I should have said no with coming into work. I'm so exhausted. But I need the money to go on my vacation in a few months. But like I said, I don't know if I want to do the staycation, stay at home, or go somewhere. I honestly don't know. What? Mm, Kelly. I can't make no promises. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah, that's true. It's been a while since I had a baby in my house. Like, if I have my cousin's kids, and they're all in the house, because they are like my one cousin's baby. She's about a little bit older than your daughter, Katrina. Where when she brings her son over, I do go in my basement or outside. Kelly, like I said, I'll try. Because like I feel like even though I do smoke in my house, but anytime a baby do come inside my house, I either go in my basement because it's like the air down there circulates, or I will go outside my front porch because I have two my front porch or my side porch. Good morning, Miss Gloria. Oh Jesus. Yeah, during the winter time it'll be strep. Oh, that's a rough one. Because I know when right before my aunt passed away 2 years ago, that my aunt didn't like smoke in her house. She was so strict about smoke, it wasn't even funny. Where when I would go over, because she knew I smoked, when I would go over her house, we wasn't even allowed to smoke on the front porch at all. Nowhere near her house, and she would tell us that soon as we get outside, it doesn't matter of the whether it was cold, hot, rain, sleet, that we had to literally leave her front porch out the yard, walk down to the other corner, and then walk back and come in and have her change her clothes because she didn't want the smell of smoke in her furniture. That's how strict she was with smoke. Because she felt like, and I don't blame her because my aunt wasn't a smoker. And like, I would try, yes, that's how strict she was with us smoking. She wasn't a smoker herself. That's the reason why. And she never did like the smell of smoke or anything. Like the one time during the summertime, I didn't really mind it because I would sit outside and stuff like that. But during the wintertime, I'm like, I'm not doing all this. Like I will still go over there. I will walk half a block, smoke a half a cigarette, and then come back. That like because I couldn't really blame her because she wasn't a smoker. She never did like the smell of smoke or anything. That's how bad it was. Because she said, according to her, she said that it stank. She said with the smell of cigarette, she said it smelled like garbage. That's what according to her. So, but it was her house, her rules, so I didn't have no choice but to follow her rules. But God rest her soul. It's been 2 years since she passed. And this was my great aunt because she was 80. She was no, that was how old when she passed? She was 91 when she passed. 91 years old when she passed. And this was my grandmother's sister. So she was my great aunt. So I'm like, and I miss her dearly too. It's like with her, she was the sweetest woman. She, especially one of the foods that she always made me growing up that I did love to eat. Because every time I would go over, one of my requests I would ask, can she please bring me some liver and onions over some white rice? And I'd be so ooh. And then my uncle, he passed away about 4 years ago at the age of 94. It was 93 or 94 when he passed. Can't remember. There's too many of them to keep up with. But when he was living, and I used to go to his house, every summer he would have a fresh fry growing up. And when I would go over on the weekends, he will make me some fried catfish with some cornbread. And I would just be sitting there watching the movie, and he would bring my plate, and I would just be sitting there in front of me and him, be sitting in front of the TV watching whatever. So it was just like one of my two favorite foods: fried fish and cornbread. With him, hers was liver and onions over some white rice every time. Just especially the way my uncle made his cornbread. I know how to make it, but it doesn't taste the same. And never every time I try to make something that with the recipe that they gave me, it comes out good, really good, but it doesn't taste the same as when they will make it. And I'm like, damn it. But the killer thing is, I'm the only person in my house that eat, like my husband eat fish, but my son and my husband both eat fish, but they're real picky about the fish that they eat. And with me and them, they do not eat liver and onions. I'm the only person in my house that eat livers and onions. Like it's a lot of stuff that I eat that they don't eat. And I'm like, mm. And I'm like, why am I the only one eating this stuff? And I'm like, because I do got now speaking of that, I do got taste for rabbit. See, now y'all making me remorse the foods and stuff that I eat. Me personally, like I like catfish. I like cod and haddock, but they're too how can I put it for me? Like I eat them both, but it's just like how can I explain it? Uh, how can I put this? Too like not too chewy, but too soft. If that makes sense. Oh, catfish is so good. Oh, with some hot sauce. Oh my gosh, it is so good with some hot sauce. Like me personally, the main reason why I love catfish better is because you get because it is one of the fattiest fish that you can catch, and it has more meat than typical fish do. And the only thing though, like if I eat the catfish whole with the bone still in it, the only thing I don't like is like when the little pieces of bone get stuck right here in the back of my throat, and I'm like feel like I'm trying to get out, spit out my throat. Oh, I love catfish, especially with some hot sauce too. When it's fried, ooh, ooh, when it's fried to the perfection. Oh Jesus, just give me my bottle of hot sauce and the fish just by itself, and I'm good. Like, and I normally buy the red hot extra hot sauce. Oh, even though I can't eat anything spicy or hot, but it's worth it. And I be having heartburn for about like what 3 4 days, and I'm eating Tums like it's candy. But I'll sit there and sacrifice the heartburn just to eat the hot sauce with the catfish. It's like I get anything like I can't don't even really eat pepper because that ever since right before I had my son, I used to eat anything hot, spicy, whatever. But when I had him now, anything hot or spicy, can't do. Not even the smallest amount of pepper will have me have heartburn for about 3 hours. So I'm sitting there eating Tums like it's candy, and I'm like, nope, I'm good. But with the hot sauce, with the catfish, I will suffer for those couple days than anything. And it's like, because it's work. Oh, Jesus, my stomach. And I ain't even eat breakfast yet. Oh, and I'm like, yes. And I'm like, yes. But I am going to go ahead and end because I still have to finish getting ready for work. Even though I still got another hour, but I still have to feed my animals. But everyone, I love you. Peace, love, and happiness. Bye, y'all.